Guys, last night was the night and it is here. If you're watching this, it's already too late, but don't worry, here in a little bit on the video, I'm gonna show the reveal and my thoughts on it. But the C8 is live. The C8 is here. The C8 was revealed at 9:30 Central Standard Time last night, and as I'm recording this, I mean, I'm super excited. A few things I like, a few things I dislike, but I'll get into that when we watch the unveiling together. I'm gonna kind of show what I thought, a live reaction to what it is. But I mean, overall, I'll let you guys decide. I really want to just throw some spoilers out, but I kind of want to put the unveiling video out in this before I start talking about it. The Heritage guys, the guys who like the front engine stuff, it's kind of a kick in the gonads. But I'm done. We'll show the video first, and then we'll go from there. Today's video is kind of going to be a little sporadic. Still getting the S13-4 ready for Saturday's show. Still need to clean it. I'm kind of going to go over after the reveal video how to detail a car and polish a car with the vinyl wrap and around the decals. It seems to be a lot of people are going with a livery nowadays, and they're really hard to care for, and they're really hard to make your car look good without peeling up the corners. I've had a few issues, and it's been a learning curve for me, but I figured it out. So let's go ahead and we're gonna check that out. Again, that's all gonna be after the C8 video. So, you know what? I'm done talking about this. I don't want to ruin anything. Let's go ahead and watch the unveiling, and I'll talk to you while we're watching the unveiling of my thoughts on it, and then after I'll finish up with my closing thoughts before we start on this. Alright, here we go. Here it comes. The 2020 Corvette C8 Stingray. Hoping it, the LT2 little update. Hope it's not too crazy. Oh, got a nice little pre-show here. Oh, come on. I'm itching.
I got it right, might go 50 years, but
Hope you guys are all as excited as I am.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Mae Jemison, an engineer, educator, physician, former astronaut, and on this very day in 1969, the crew of Apollo 11 was approximately 176,000 nautical miles from Earth. They were traveling at a speed of 3,200 feet per second to the moon. To put that speed into perspective, your travel time from the Los Angeles airport, which is approximately 32 miles away, would be 53 seconds. And less than 48 hours from right now, we will celebrate the 50th anniversary of the day 3 courageous men embarked on a journey from the Earth to a truly uncharted place, carrying with them the hopes and determination of thousands of women and men who conceived, designed, engineered, built, and supported the endeavor. And buoyed by the goodwill and the imagination of people around the world, they landed safely on the moon. This successful mission forced millions of people to redefine the idea of what was possible. But you see, as a young girl growing up on the south side of Chicago, I knew chapter and verse of the Gemini and the Apollo missions, the engineering sequence to get humans to the moon. I was excited about space, science, and exploration. I like dinosaurs too, right? Space and dinosaurs. But my 7th grade teacher told me to consider becoming an aerospace engineer because they're the ones who build spaceships. You know, popular television shows like The Jetsons, Lost in Space, and of course my favorite, Star Trek, they started people to thinking about space. And in a way, real-life space exploration fueled science fiction, and science fiction fueled real-life space.
I'm Scott Kelly, retired U.S. Navy captain and former NASA astronaut.
The Navy?
As a 5-year-old boy, I too watched the Apollo 11 mission on television and was in awe. It's one of my earliest and most vivid memories. Then at the age of 18, I read the book, The Right Stuff, by Tom Wolfe, an amazing story that chronicles the first 15 years of America's space program. The book defined my destiny. I knew right then and there the next step to becoming an astronaut was to first get an engineering degree, then become a fighter pilot, and later a test pilot. Eventually piloting and then commanding the U.S. Space Shuttle, twice launching on a Russian Soyuz spacecraft, and living on the International Space Station for nearly a year.
Phew.
Were for me,
A year.
truly
Would you want to live in space for a
dreams
year?
come true. And they were made possible because of the brave and talented aviators, designers, engineers, and others who worked on the space programs before me.
The quest to land a human on the moon and bring them back safely to Earth required thinking that wasn't
They're really
merely
dragging this
out
out,
of
aren't
the
they?
box.
Oh, my
For most
Lanta.
people, it seemed outside the realm of possibilities. The scientific, engineering, and creative thinking that led to Apollo 11's success would foster other scientific discoveries and technologies that have benefited us right here on Earth and that propel us further into space. Every innovation builds on the one before it. While in space, as we orbited the Earth, I saw my hometown of Chicago. And more importantly, on this space laboratory, I worked on 43 life science and materials experiments, semiconductor processing, frog embryology. And as a physician, the experiments to understand first the effects of weightlessness on the human body and how to counteract it was key. Because of course, all of this helped us to prepare for extended duration human flight.
In fact, the purpose of my most recent 340-day mission was to study these long-term effects of extended spaceflight on a human guinea pig. Yours truly. In an effort to better prepare us for future trips to Mars and beyond. Bad stuff happens to our physiology while we're in space. We lose bone and muscle, our immune systems are degraded, there are vision effects, even changes to our DNA. In fact, 7% of my gene expression changed during my year-long mission, and as far as I'm told, hasn't changed back. Not exactly sure what that means, but I hope it's a good thing. NASA researchers benefited from conducting tests on both me and my identical twin brother, Mark, also a former NASA astronaut who remained right here on Earth. And the results were reassuring. While in space, the human body adapted to the extreme environment of space, but make no mistake, there's still much more to learn.
And Scott, for me, that's what's so exciting about space exploration. It's learning and purposefully expanding beyond what we know how to do. Similar out-of-the-box thinking that 50 years ago made the Apollo 11 mission a success, it's now being applied to map the boundaries of human interstellar flight within the next 100 years. And
Terry, you're right. Give these people lots of stage. I want to see the car.
Scientific discoveries and technological advances will enhance life on Earth. As the principal of 100-Year Starship Initiative, our main objective is to be sure that the yet undiscovered capabilities for human interstellar flight, that is going beyond our solar system to another star, that those capabilities exist within the next 100 years. The truth is, we believe pursuing an extraordinary tomorrow creates a better world today.
Would many of those that push these boundaries of possibility return to Earth, they piloted a much different craft, the iconic Chevrolet Corvette. Corvettes and astronauts have long been linked.
That was a weak applause.
Pilots like high performance, precise, and safe modes of transportation. And of course, it's got to be fast. And like a rocket, the Corvette you're about to see has the engine in the back. Like many people here and watching around the world, I'm a huge fan, having owned 2 different generations of the Corvette myself. And tonight we're here to celebrate an important milestone in U.S. and automotive history. Here to tell you more is someone who knows a thing or two about Corvettes. Please welcome GM Executive Vice President and President of the Americas, Barry Engel.
So Captain Kelly and Dr. Jemison, thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you for sharing your personal insights into what it takes to overcome challenges, to push the boundaries, and do what no one has ever done before. It's really a true honor to hear your stories. You know, as Captain Kelly said, astronauts and Corvettes have been linked since the very beginning of the space program, when Alan Shepard reported for training in April of 1959, driving his 1957 Corvette. Shepard would go on to own at least 10 Corvettes in his lifetime. Several of the other adventurous and dedicated young men who trained with him to become America's first astronauts also shared his enthusiasm for sports cars. Shortly after Shepard became the first American in space, General Motors executive Ed Cole presented the astronaut with a new white 1962 Corvette. The car had been outfitted by GM designers with a customized space-age interior. This early Corvette astronaut connection, which began with Shepard, might have faded in the years that followed, if not for Florida Chevrolet dealer Jim Rathman. Rathman was a race car driver who, after winning the 1960 Indianapolis 500, opened a Chevrolet Cadillac dealership in Melbourne,
Okay,
Florida.
so what color do you think they will bring out?
He negotiated a special
What color do you think
program
they're going
with
to reveal
GM
first?
to get astronauts
I know.
into Chevrolet
Let's see what you
cars.
guys think.
Many of the Mercury and Apollo astronauts took Rathman up on his Corvette offer. 2-lane blacktop duels fought between Shepard and astronaut Virgil Gus Grissom in their big block-powered Corvettes would truly become the stuff of legend. In his
Thanks,
quest
Diane,
for a
for
competitive edge,
subscribing.
Grissom had his last Corvette, the 1967 convertible, specially geared and modified for accepting extra-wide rear racing tires. When Apollo 12 astronauts
color.
Dick Gordon, Charles Conrad, and Alan
Red, blue,
Bean
pink,
ordered
red,
new
white,
1969
green,
Corvettes,
white.
they asked
Yeah,
that the
pink or black.
identically equipped 427
Red, blue, red,
Stingray
red.
coupes be custom finished in a special black accented Riverside Gold color scheme that were each a different color. Red, white, and blue. Dual racing stripes on each car completed the colors of the American flag. Almost everyone has a story of the first time they saw a Corvette. I remember like it was yesterday. I was a little kid, and the neighbor across the street had a son who would occasionally come to visit. And the son, he rolled in style. He drove an early C3. It must have been about a 68 or a 69. It was one like the Apollo pioneers drove. My dad, he owned an American icon. No other sports car nameplate has been roaming the streets or dominating the tracks as long as Corvette. After 66 family, and many of them are here tonight or watching around the world. From all of us at Chevrolet, thank you for joining us for this milestone event.
158.
Now,
You do want to see the car, you're right.
I could literally spend the entire show listing the thousands of Corvette's achievements. But first, there isn't enough time for passionate debate. It is this passion for Corvette that unites our fans and our customers. This same passion drives our designers, our engineers, our suppliers, and of course, the entire manufacturing team here in the U.S., specifically in Bowling Green, Kentucky, where we proudly build this great car. And that passion, it started on day one. January 17, 1953, Chevrolet revealed the Corvette Dream Car at New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
So did you
As
know
part of GM's traveling
the
office,
logo
known as
on that
ALOT.
car was an American flag, and they found out that they could not use the American flag for sale, so they had to switch it the night before.
Architect of the V8 engine, Ed Cole, or the young Belgian-born engineer, Zora Arcus Duntov, none of them could have imagined the automotive legend they were launching. With more than 1.7 million produced, the Corvette has long been the crown jewel of Chevrolet. It has always represented Chevrolet's best in design, performance, and technology, all at a great value. Like their kindred spirits who made aviation and space exploration possible, our design pushed the technical limits of propulsion, materials, precision engineering, design, and aerodynamics. We've not only pushed the envelope on our production cars, but we have been working behind the scenes for decades to design and engineer mid-engine research vehicles that pushed even further, all in preparation for this moment. Earlier, Scott and May outlined the importance of creatively blending engineering and design to make great things happen, and the importance of focusing on every detail. The next generation Corvette is not just about imaginative breakthrough engineering or breathtaking design. It's about both. And it's about every detail reimagined. What you're about to see is a milestone achievement for GM, for Chevrolet, and for Corvette. Our is a powerful testament to the creativity, imagination, discipline, and perseverance of the men and women who had the courage to dream and journey to places where few, if any, have ever gone before. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new 2020 mid-engine Corvette.
All right, finally. That was lucky. You guys gotta skip through that whole. Man, that was a long intro with a whole lot of talking. But okay. Red, good color to choose a reveal car, or good color for a reveal car. Come on. Give it to me, baby. Wow. That's a good looking car. The front end's really mean. It's got a 2017 Acura NSX look almost. It looks a little visually loud for me. It's really cool. It's really cool, but it's a bit. It's definitely. I see a Ferrari vibe for sure. I'm gonna insert a picture here of the 2017 NSX in red, and let me know what you guys think. I mean, this does have the LT2 base model, gonna have anywhere from 400 to 500 horsepower. Base price is gonna be anywhere from high 60s to low 70s. It's a good looking car. Right now it's only offered an automatic, which, you know, that sucks. But it's got a Ferrari vibe. It's got an NSX vibe. It's, God man, it really looks like an Acura NSX, 2017 NSX. I really like that color combo though. That black wheels with the red. It's classic. It's a really good looking car. It's I don't know, I like it. I think it's gonna piss off a lot of the heritage people. I think Corvette lived on kinda lived on the name of the name and the heritage, and that's kind of where it came from. And that's I think that's kind of where it's been based out of, and how it's been around as long as it has. I don't know. I mean, this is definitely a new generation. We'll see what, you know, how people react to it, what people think. I mean, I like the looks of it. I think it's cool. I would never own one. It's, I mean, I don't know, that kind of money, it's, they definitely tried hard. It looks, visually they tried hard. I mean, the C7 to me is the pinnacle right now. And even after seeing this, the C7 is just way gorgeous, and I would take 10 times out of 10 over this. I don't know, it doesn't have that cool Corvette heritage look. It doesn't, not 100% how, I mean, it looks cool. Let me know what you guys think. You know, comment below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of how this thing looks. Man, it's got an import vibe to it, man. What do you guys think it looks at all anything like the NSX, or is that just me? Got a mean looking front end though, doesn't it? God, that's a mean front end. Gorgeous. Look at those brakes, look at those intake ducts. Look good. I don't know. I mean, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm liking it. I mean, it's got more of an import vibe. It's got, I really like it. I like this, the back end of it. Right here, it's got a Lotus vibe almost. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, don't forget to, down in the comments, let me know what you think, your thoughts. If it's something you'll appreciate, if it's something you think it's a grow on you type of deal. I really wanted to do one of these videos with the 2020 Supra as well, but that one just took it too far for me. It's a glorified FRS. don't hate me for that. But let's go on with the detail and livery. Now, a few things on here I'll show you. Edges are really tough, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll show you here. Kind of an edge is coming up here, up in here. One's starting to come up. But otherwise, you know, I've got it kind of figured out. But, you know, it's a give and take. The livery looks really good. You've got to care for it, and it takes a lot of work. Every product I use on my car, it's all Malco product, and this Malco Cherry Flash Wax is insane. It's one of those waxes, it's one of those compounds, all their compounds, that when you put on and it gets hard, it's still easy to get off. I've tried numerous stuff where when you put it on the car, if you do too big of an area, it dries too hard, and it is a real giant pain to get off the car. And you know, I got with my local Malco guy, and you know, he let me try this stuff out before I bought it. It's a decently spendy bottle. I think it was 27 bucks. That's a big bottle, and I've had this, you know, a long while, and I use it on my car, Brit's Cobalt, and friends' cars have used it as well. There's a part number down there if you guys are interested. It's got a really good smell too. Great smell. That weirdo. Anyways, always use your applicator pad, and I just put a little dot around the center there, and I just kind of rub it in a little bit. Just kind of spread it out, and you're just going to go with the decal, and then, you know, I always just kind of go around the edges first and just press kind of hard, and then I fill in on the middle. If that makes any sense. But yeah, you don't want to go against it. That's when you're going to start peeling it up. And what I noticed here is, you know, just kind of follow it and go up. You know, it's a whole lot easier just to follow and go with the decal instead of against it. Now this stuff, I mean, mind you, I'm recording today's video, and it is not one of, but the hottest day of the year. And I'm recording this on a Thursday, obviously, but Friday, today, is actually even hotter than today and more humid, and that's the worst part, is just the humidity. I don't know how the Florida guys do it, but that's kind of what you want to do. You don't want to go in. You can kind of start to see it glaze, start to haze. And again, this is a product, I mean, it's really beginner friendly, really user friendly. And you know, it's one of those products that gives you a professional look doing it on your own, and for a whole lot cheaper than paying a professional. Now Brittany actually details professionally, and you know, she has her products she likes to use, and you know, she likes this one. It's one she likes a lot, and it works really, really well. And you know, it's a product I can't help but wonder what everyone would think if they tried this product. It's one of those products where, you know, if more people would use it, a lot more people would use it. I mean, they wouldn't question if the price of it's worth it. And I mean, with any Malco product, we use their Red Thunder at work, their degreaser. We use their soap at work, and you know, it's a product we've used at work for, you know, 15 years, and you can't complain about the results. Now you check this out here. I mean, it's got a nice little shine and reflection to it. And I barely put any, you know, elbow grease or work into that. And they have a metal polish that works fantastic for wheels. The one thing about their product I have found, their tire shine, it how can I say this? It doesn't shine like I would want it to. It's kind of a dull look. It's more of a flat tire look. It definitely looks good, but it's not what I want out of a tire shine. Let's get somewhere here. Here, we'll do right here on the door. Do kind of a side by side. We'll split it right here. Again, it's just you know, a little bit here, and kind of rub it together. And we'll just, this spot right here, I'll just do right there. And again, you know, this is a product that a little goes a long ways, and it's user friendly. It's not the kind of compound that's actually going to get, you can kind of see that start hazing now. It's not the kind of product that's actually going to get white and hard and be hard to come off. I'm actually going to let this sit here a little bit and kind of top to show you guys how easy it is to get off. So in the meantime, let's talk a little more C8 and why I think what I think about the Supra. C8, I think it's a little busy. I think they tried really hard. I think they put a whole lot into it. I said that before, but I mean, I just can't stress that they put too much flair on it. It's you know, too much oomph in it looks wise. It feels like they're trying to accommodate to a younger crowd instead of sticking with heritage, and you know, that's kind of upsetting. I can see where that would be upsetting for more people. I'm happy with a lot of stuff, as you heard, but the cons for me outweigh the pros, and I'm hoping it grows on me. It might grow on me. You know, I was never a Corvette fan in the first place, but now I'm really getting into the C5. I mean, the C5 is a gorgeous car, and it can be had relatively cheap, and it makes sense. I mean, it's a lot of power for not a lot of money, unlike, in my opinion, the C8. But yeah, don't forget, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what your grandparents think, your friends think, all that. Let me know what they think down below. And yeah, I kind of want to know everybody else's opinions. Me myself, I don't consider myself import fan. I don't consider myself direct domestic fan only. I'm a fan of all, but my personal choice is import. I'm a big import fan, and now eventually I know I'm gonna have a domestic drift car. I really want a domestic drift car. Really want that to be a C5, but we'll see. But anyways, let's get back to this door here. As you can see, it's starting to haze quite a bit now. Starting to get pretty white, pretty dull. Well, let's do a quick side by. Let's wipe this off quick. You guys can kind of see, you know, what it's what it does. I mean, like you guys saw, I barely put any elbow grease into that. Yeah, and it's got a really good shine to it. I mean, it looks really good. Really happy with that. It's really hot out, so I'm not super stoked about doing the entire car. But what needs done needs done. I still got some engine bay stuff to do. Clean up in there a little bit. Some interior stuff. to finish. But, you know, it's, like I said, it's hot. It's just due 30. Mentos. No. Still haven't cleaned up all that Schaefer's oil yet. Probably should do that. This weekend, I'm going to look more at Brittany's car. The e-brake is actually not working. It hasn't worked since we put rear brake pads on there. I'm thinking when I did that I didn't adjust it right, or I didn't put the cable on. Maybe the cable fell off or something. So I'll check more into that. But I'll sign out with this. It just doesn't go wrong. You can never go wrong with a nice cold dew on a hot day. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of the C8. Let me know if you guys kind of like these reveal videos. We'll be out with this at the RPM show at Swan Lake in Carroll, Iowa on Saturday, July 21st in Carroll, Iowa. They got classes for everything. It's a lot of old school stuff, a lot of burnouts, a lot of cars, a lot of cars. Kind of a cool look being out on a lake with a bunch of cars. So look forward to those videos coming up next week. Till next time, have a great weekend. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and keep on sliding.